From your Chapter 14 folder, open the file Chapter 1408 Cable Tray. From your project browser, ensure that you have the View Open Floor Plan Containment Systems Level 1. Scrolling into the central part of the building, we can see that a cable tray route has already been laid out. Selecting the cable tray and examining its properties, we can see several things. From the options bar, its width and height and offset from the working level. From the ribbon, its justification. And from the properties palette, the type of cable tray with some more details on its justification and its reference level, offset, project phasing, etc. The one big thing that you won't find in here is a system, as cable trays and conduits for that matter aren't systemized components. When we create them in plan from the cable tray tool and start drawing them, there's no connection between cable tray or conduit and the associated electrical equipment. So this is expressly a modelling tool only. We can still schedule the items, but there's no way of connecting them to any of the electrical circuits. If we do want to define them as being expressly for power or comms or data, then under the Identity Data section of the Properties palette, we have Service Type. So here we could specify this cable tray is for data. But that applies it only for that one element. If we wanted to apply it to the entire run, we need to press the Tab key to select the entire run and then specify the service type and click on Apply. Let's look at how we can create a cable tray run. From the Systems tab, click on Cable Tray. Here we can specify its width, the height, offset from the working level. We can also specify its justification, whether we want to automatically connect into existing components, inherit elevation, inherit size, and we could even tag on placement. So with these boxes ticked, we can connect into one of the existing runs at the same size. Revit will place the appropriate fitting. Also notice that when the cable tray is selected, here we're looking at cable tray with fittings and it's a ladder cable tray. Except that in this view, we cannot see the ladder. This is because the ladder is only visible at fine level of detail, which we can't change in this particular view, as the view has a view template assigned. So do we want to see the cable tray permanently at fine level of detail, or only temporarily? There's two options. We can use the temporary view properties to change the level of detail, but this is a non-printing process. If we go to print the view, it will print this at medium level of detail. If we want to make this permanent, click on the View Template. Here we can edit the visibility graphic overrides for the model, and for cable trays and cable tray fittings, we can change those to fine level of detail without having the rest of the model shown at fine level of detail. This is going to make the change to 4 views. In exactly the same way as we can with ducts and pipes, we can select one of the cable tray fittings and change, say, the bend to a T. Selecting that T, we can then right-click on the shortcut and draw cable tray from that position. To effect a change in elevation, from the options bar, click on the offset, specify a new offset, and then carry on drawing a cable tray. This will only be evident in a section. So let's create a section. From the Quick Access toolbar, click on the Section tool and draw a section through the building. Drag the extents so that we're only seeing the portion of the section we're interested in, and double click to open the section. Scrolling into the level 1, here we can see the cable tray, change the view properties to fine level of detail, and we can see where our cable tray has set up. It's also easy to create a cable tray run in section. Select the endpoint of a piece of cable tray, right click, and draw cable tray. Go back to the floor plan to see the results.